Erica. Today is Wednesday, not Tuesday, which by the way, I'm thinking about switching to Wednesdays because they're much easier on my schedule than Tuesdays. But of course, seeing as it's the end of the school year, I don't really know if it matters me making this switch because I don't even know if I'll be able to put out a video next week because next week is literally when all of my finals are. And then the week after, when it's actual finals week, I have like one final and it's a presentation. So I'll definitely be able to put out a video, probably not next week, but the week after. Fun fact, last week I made a video, I just forgot to edit it, and today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we wear pink. Why? Because it's the 10th anniversary of Mean Girls. And today I'm going to tell you a story. For this particular adventure, a friend of Jessica's and I's, now we're just going to call this friend Emma, texted us and said, hey, do you guys want to go for a walk? And of course, we said yes. Now realize this campus is on an old military base, so there are some really creepy old buildings all the way over there on that side of campus, and walking past them at night can be a bit intimidating. About 10:30 at night when Jessica, Emma, and I decided to go on this brief, well at least what we think is going to be a brief walk. You know, we're talking about Emma, and she's having some relationship issues at the moment, so we're talking about that, and we're talking about boys. And well, anyways, we end up in a part of campus where the abandoned buildings are. It was really eerie, really dark, only a few street lights to be able to see where we're going. The abandoned buildings are all pitch black, nothing in sight. And Emma is like, hey, let's keep going. We're just gonna keep walking past these abandoned buildings because we could see off to the right that there was lights, and that's where like the tech building is and where the student bookstore is. So all that stuff was still lit up. I don't know if necessarily people were working or in there, but it was at least lit up. So at least we saw some lights in the distance. So we're like, it'll be fine walking past this abandoned building. No big deal. Well, let's just say it was a big deal because as we started walking past the building, Emma was talking, and all of a sudden Emma turns and goes, did you guys hear that? And I kid you not, this is like straight out of a horror story. Jessica turns and says, what noise? And then we both turn as we hear the noise, that Emma was pointing out, and it was this like weird scratching, kind of like someone banging against like wood kind of noise, and we all kind of freak out, and I think Emma screamed or the light went out. I don't know which happened first, but the lamppost closest to us went out, and I just hear Emma scream, and then I hear her yell, run! And so all three of us just booked it and took off running towards the lights and towards the bookstore and the tech building. And of course, all three of us have flip-flops on. I was the only one to actually take the time to take off my flip-flops, which, you know, probably in a horror movie probably would have been like my death scene by stopping and taking off my flip-flops, but I don't know, I was being practical in that situation. Why would I run and try to book it in flip-flops? That's just dumb. Then I might trip and kill myself, and then that's how I'll die, and that's a stupid way to die. Anyways, after the incident, after we were saved, after we had gotten to the bookstore and gotten to safety, where it was all lit up, all I could think was how much I really wanted to go back. And that may sound really weird, but I kind of realized I'm one of those people who like really wants to know everything and really wants to know how like stuff works and how stuff does this. All I wanted to do was go back and explore and see what made that noise. And my thought process was literally, was that a ghost? What if we saw a ghost? Do you think the ghost would try to kill us? But then again, ghosts can't really kill you. Well, I mean, they can kill you by going inside of you and trying to possess you, and then they can push you off like a roof and you can die. But then if the ghost does that, then there's going to be two souls walking around, because then you'll be dead, and then your spirit, will you become a ghost? And then do you guys become ghost friends, or do you guys become ghost enemies? So then do you go around trying to save that ghost victims, like whatever that ghost is trying to kill, or do you then go kill your own victims, or you guys team up and kill victims together? You know, these are all questions that I think are very essential to know when dealing with a ghost. Long story short, if you're gonna go walking around at night, bring buddies, so that way you can all die together. Or don't walk past the weird, abandoned, scary, creepy buildings. Anyways, that's my story for this week. I will see you sometime in the near future.